Most High Christ. Lord in Christ, Lord in Christ, Lord in Christ. All right, everybody, let's get on in. Let's get on in. Let's get on in. With the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge started on 1 West 125th Street in Harlem, New York. Under Commander Giuliano, we are not affiliated with no other Israelite camp, school, church, whatever the hell you want to call yourself. We are not affiliated with those. If it is not of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, it is not the truth. You understand? Coming here and getting all black if you a soldier. Coming here and getting all black if you a soldier. Coming here and getting all black if you a soldier. You understand? If you a pussy, go put on the purple shirt. Right. You understand? If you weak, go put on the purple shirt. We don't want you in here. You understand? This is for the strong. You understand? This is for those who wanna live forever. You understand? This is for those who want to become perfect, like what our Christ commanded us, what our King commanded us. He said to be ye perfect. You understand? And if you can't handle that, if you ain't coming in here to strive to be perfect, no sweat. Put on your purple shirt. Put on your purple garment. You know, have a good time out there doing what you do out there, doing regular stuff. You know what I'm saying, with the purple, the lavender lads is what we call them in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Man, listen, we're gonna go over our general breakdown of brotherhood, all right? Brotherhood is a weapon, okay? But we're gonna talk about the beefs that's been going on, the rap beefs that's been going on amongst the rappers. You know, I'm not 100%, I wouldn't say that I'm a guru in the hip hop industry or the rap industry. I know a little about some of that stuff that's going on. It's not my speed. You know what I'm saying? It is because of over time recognizing how hip hop or the rap industry has brought so much negativity into the to the black community, right? So, we just gonna discuss some things, and then we're gonna go into the Bible and show you what the Most High requires of us, right? And keep your eyes on that door right there, Ox. I like you. With the Most High, I just saw a brother standing right there. Just want to make sure that he's good, right? Just to make sure that you know what the Lord God requires of us. Okay, give everybody a hand. Everybody that showed up to Passover, if you showed up to Passover, the Lord, listen, you are loyal to the Lord, man. It ain't no question without a doubt that you love the Lord, that you are with the Most High. If you did not go to Passover, you broke the law. You understand? You did not go to Passover, you know what I'm saying? Then you just broke the law. It is what it is. Show up to Passover next time. You understand? Right. And no excuses, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? No excuses. We don't want to hear none of your excuses about not having no money, not having no transportation, right, not having this or that, or your job won't let you off. We don't want to hear that because we have a brotherhood, which is synonymous with sisterhood. And if you got brotherhood, then you have somebody to call when you need to be able to get to places or you need help with the brotherhood. It's because you didn't want to go in the first place. Yeah. Yeah. So that's just that, man. There's no excuses. So we're gonna get into it, man. First scripture I want to get real quick. One of my favorite scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Zephaniah 2:1. Get that for me. Okay. All right. Zephaniah 2:1. Okay. If you are looking to be in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge here in the South Carolina area, please call. Our information is inside of the description of this video. You understand? If not, just give us a call at 803. Give me a call at 803-297-1565. What's the school phone number? Somebody says, the school phone number is
864
864
712
712
5515.
5515. You understand? You call that phone number, it's going to direct you straight to me, and we're going to talk about whether you are even even fit to be in this school. Because we don't want no cowards in our camp.
Right.
Don't call thinking that you just going to join us because you think you already know the truth and you know where you know you just want a congregation, somebody you can sit around and pretend to be a Jew or pretend to be a Hebrew. We don't want you. We want somebody who is coming in here to shut their mouth and to get changed, fully changed. We want you to be converted. You understand, to in this truth. We don't want you in here still thinking you're gonna smoke cigarettes, thinking you're gonna still come in and smoke weed, gonna still go out there and pop your vagina every damn which way in this world, thinking you're gonna go out and have sex with whores and throw them away. You know what I'm saying? Coming here thinking you're gonna still eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You're not gonna get to do none of those things in here. When you come in here, you're gonna become refined. You understand?
Right.
You're gonna put off the old you, like what Paul said, and you're gonna put on the new you. You understand? When you come up in here, okay. So if you call, just know that call is how you is first off how you get into the truth. It takes that initial call. You understand? You're gonna have to call me, get some instructions on what it takes to become a student, and then eventually possibly a member inside of the school. All right, you got Zephaniah for me?
Oh, God.
Go ahead and read.
This is Zephaniah 2:1.
Read it loud.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gather yourselves together.
The Bible says, gather yourselves together. Right? What does gather mean? When I think of the word gather, what does the word gather mean? Gather is like, okay, the gather is like if I tell you to go out into the field and gather me some corn, right? So you go out there and you're going to go grab up that corn. Or if let's say you playing with some kids, right, with your children, and you pull a bunch of different colorful balls down on the ground, and you tell them kids to gather those balls up, what do? You understand? They go and they gather up all those balls. Well, the scripture is saying to gather yourselves, meaning keep reading that, Salagia.
Okay. Gather yourselves together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gather together, O nation, not desire.
Bring us. So, in other words, we're supposed to come together. You Black Hispanics and Native Indians, it's hard for you to understand this concept because we were always taught to hate each other, to be evil towards each other, to not have unity. You understand? Which is the reason why it's so easy for us to tear each other down, even when we're rich, whether you're rich or you're poor.
Right.
You understand? And so the scripture says to gather yourself together, meaning wherever we're at, we're supposed to bring ourselves together to one understanding.
Right.
You understand? One understanding. You understand, and one doctrine. You understand, for one goal. Right. And it says, nation. Read on. Nation what?
Oh, nation not desired.
Nation not desired, right? Because we're not desired in this place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This place does not love Black Hispanics and Native Indians.
Right.
You think I'm playing? Go inside of an Arab store or a Chinese store, and just stay in there long enough. When you stay in there long enough, one of those Asians or one of those Indians or Arabs is going to tell you to hurry up and buy and get the hell out of their store. You understand?
Yeah.
You understand? Go just go walking through a neighborhood like Trayvon Martin did, with a pack of Skittles and an orange soda. Just walk through a neighborhood and see if this nation, see if the other nations desire you. You understand? You are not desired. There's more proof. You go and fight in their military and their armies. You go and fight in all of their conflicts, and guess where you end up at? You end up back here in America on drugs, on fentanyl and every kind of drug, on the corner holding a cardboard slab. You understand? Saying, "Feed me."
Right.
Right. That's where you end up at. Veteran Affairs don't even take care of you, and you went out there and risked your entire mental health and your physical health to try to protect this country. You understand? That's what happens to your behind. That's how much this place don't desire you. What are some more examples? More examples is go check what percentage of black people make up the United States, and then tell me what percentage of black people make up the prison system. Matter of fact, let's get that statistic real quick.
Okay.
How many black people versus white people are here in America? Give me that first. I'm gonna show y'all something. Do you want to know if you're desired or not in this place? You're gonna find out. You are a nation that's undesired. See, and this is something a lot of black people don't understand, especially you Christians who love everybody. You say you love everybody, but you don't see the bigger picture. You want to love your master so much, you think that your master is going to keep you safe. See, that's what the ancient Egyptians thought. I mean, not the ancient Egyptians, our ancient forefathers, the ones who followed Moses out of Egypt. They got tired of following Moses out of Egypt. They couldn't suffer. They didn't know how to suffer. They hated having to suffer. So they started getting complacent and wanting to go back to Egypt. They would have rather been oppressed in this place than to continue on.
Right.
You understand, with Moses to freedom in their own land. You understand? That's why it took so long for them to get into their land. You understand?
Right.
So now what we're dealing with right here is a nation, our people, you know what I'm saying, especially you black Christians who don't even care about, who don't even know what you're dealing with in this place, or the reason why black people are in the state that they're in. You got that for me?
Okay.
Let me get that statistic here. Read that out loud. How many black people are here in America versus white people? Yeah, get me that, but first get me the percentage of black people that the percentage of the population of America that's black.
Okay.
And this right here should be an eye opener to all you new brothers and sisters who are tuning in who don't know. You understand? You got to do your research. You got to learn that there's a problem amongst our people. And these rappers that you love so much, they are part of that problem. You know, they're part of that problem. You got that from me? Mm-hmm.
All right, it is. All right, so it is 12.6% black people in the U.S.
In the U.S., it says it's 12.6% black people versus what? Who?
Versus 59.3% white.
It's versus 59% white. 12 versus 59%. And of course, that other number is all other nationalities.
Right.
Of course. You know what I'm saying? And we could add the Latino community into that 12%. But just you Judites alone, especially here in the South, you Judites alone in America, you make up for 12% of the population. Now, tell me what the prison systems, how much percentage of the prison system is black people?
Right.
Now, this is gonna throw your mind away. This right here gonna make you want to have a drink. 12. Remember, America's only 12% of you in America. You're not getting ready to tell me that black people is just bad and messed up as a people. That's why we just so evil. That's the reason why we in jail. What's that number you got?
Like I said, percent of black Americans in the general U.S. population, 30%, plus percent of people in prison or jail who are black, 37%.
God damn. Is that correct? 37% in America?
7 days ago. said general U.S. population, and people in the prison or in jail who are black, 37%.
I like to believe that number is higher than that, but it's way higher than that. But we'll go with the fact that we'll still go with it because that's still a lot, man. For us to only make up 12% of the population, there is no reason why over that much is actually in the prison systems, right? We make up the majority of the prison systems, right? That's what's going on, and I believe that's that disinformation or that misinformation that's starting to hit the internet because they don't want you to know that black people are make up really about 75 to 80% of the prison system. As long as I've been growing up in the truth, I've always heard that we made up about 85% of the damn prison system. So you are a nation undesired. You're a nation that's not desired. Nobody in this place loves you. Nobody wants you. Nobody. Everybody's afraid of you. I watched, man, listen. Akaz, I lie to you not, and you can find the video. It's funny as hell. There is a video of this Benjamin brother. This is in the UK. And some Asian woman saw him, right? And she took off screaming. No, she screamed at the top of her lungs when she saw him. And the brother wasn't doing anything. She just started screaming. So it's hilarious because the brother was so offended. He's like, you know what? He went and chased the woman. He chased the woman through the alley, screaming like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you. I'm a black man. I'm gonna get you." And the Asian woman is screaming hysterically, like losing her goddamn mind, because she thinks that this brother's about to do something. So when she finally got to a point in that alley where she couldn't run no more, the brother stopped and was like, "I'm not gonna hurt you, like you stupid bitch." Right. Excuse my language. So I'm not gonna hurt you, you stupid bitch. Like, what are you doing? He's like, you should stop being so damn racist. And it's just crazy because he was just standing there. And that's because you are not desired. Like, you don't have to do nothing to just be hated in this place. You are the real. That's how you know you are the real Jews. Those people over there in Israel are not the real Jews. That is, the Bible says they are the synagogue of Satan. All right, those people are not the real Jews. Those people do not have the blood lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that the Lord gave the promise to. Right. Those people are liars. Okay, there is no truth inside of them, and they are going into World War III. Listen, it is going to come a time where you're going to hear that about that place getting blown off this map. You understand? Right. You understand? So you are the nation undesired, which is so biblical, which is so true, because it fits the prophecy. All right. The real Jews would be persecuted. They would be hated in this place. And if you look at a nation of people that's destroyed and distraught, that's you, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, Caribbean man. You understand? That's you, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian woman and child. You understand? You are hated. You can't go anywhere in any country without being, even today, if you go to Japan, I know I'm rambling longer, we're going to continue on, but you go to Japan today in some parts of China, and you can't go inside of a store unless you have an Asian friend. You think I'm lying? Look it up. I watched a video where modern day Black people go to China or go to certain parts of Japan. You cannot go inside the store. They have a sign in that language that says no foreigners or no Blacks unless you have an Asian friend. Right. You understand? So they're still like kind of like Jim Crow out in them damn areas, right, man. Right. They don't want you there. And you shouldn't want to be there, man. You shouldn't want to be integrated inside of these people, because the Lord tells us to come up out of her. Meaning, don't join this nation. Don't join America. You know what I'm saying? We were better off before civil rights because we had our own businesses. We had our own dental practices, our hair salons. We had those things. And Martin Luther King came and sold us out on those things. You know what I'm saying? Well, we could have lived and had our own water fountains, which we did. Our own public bathrooms, which we did. Our own bus transit system, which we did. You know what I'm saying? Our own land, our own neighborhoods, our own commodities, our own products. We had those things and we gave it up because we we had no pride about our own things. We wanted what the white man had. We wanted to be able to be seen. It's something in us that want to make that white man God so bad that we want to be seen by him as we want to be loved by him so bad, which is an evil thing to want in that evil bastard, right? So so like yeah, no sweat. So you are a nation that is not desired. All right. Was there anything else on that?
No, that was it on that.
Okay, come back to Zephaniah Baba Kushah. You know what I'm saying? You are a nation not desired. You understand? You are a people who are destroyed, you know what I'm saying, in this place. And nobody's going to help you or save you out of that condition. Right. Except our King Yahweh Shah, who has risen up a man named Commander General Yohana
right.
to bring black people and Hispanic and Native Indian people together. You understand? But first we got to get off of drugs. Right. You understand? First we got to stop being whores. We got to stop, you know what I'm saying? We got to stop breaking the laws in the Bible, man. Right. And we got to start following the Lord's law, statutes, and commandments. You understand? Go ahead.
Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourselves together. Yeah, gather together, O nation not desired.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 2. Before the decree bring forth.
That's it. Stop right there. Now, let's get into some of this stuff, man. Let's get into some of this stuff. So I know lately y'all have been looking in social media because social media is the big cesspool of all kind of gossip. Right. And everything that's happening in anybody's life is right there before your eyes. Right. You understand? Now you think Steve Jobs and all of these white animals that have created these devices and in these social media platforms, now you can connect to whoever the hell you want to connect to in this world, right? And you can see everything going in inside. Matter of fact, you can see, and some of y'all brothers know about it because you see it. Some of y'all sisters know, but you can see some sisters behind that lives 1,000 miles away from you. 1,000 miles away from you, you can see some sisters behind. You can see her butt crack from 1,000 miles away from you. Goddamn it, you understand? You know, you can see what somebody is. You can see somebody fighting in their hood somewhere 2,000 miles away from you. You know what I'm saying? Versus back in the day where you only knew what the hell was going on in your hood and on TV. But now you can see somebody get into a fight over some goddamn chicken or over anything in a hood 2,000 miles away from you. Thanks to social media, goddamn it. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, to the point, you know what I'm saying, you have all of these rap beefs that are going on right now. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna talk about them a little bit. We're not gonna go into heavy detail, but the gist of what I want to get at is this thing that they do in the rap industry where they beef and these are particularly brothers and sisters, this hatred that they have, which is, beefing rap battles, if I'm not mistaken, and beefing or dissing, I guess is what they call it, it's kind of been always like the hip hop culture, right? Where you have one MC that as far as I can remember back in the day when you did a diss, it was kind of like not extremely personal. It was kind of like I'm dissing your lyrics, like you a sucker MC and your rhymes ain't tight, your rhymes ain't this and that. Like back in the day, you was dissing a person based on their caliber as far as how well they could rap or their persona or whatever the case is. Right. You know what I'm saying? Today's rap, today's dissing, today's social, not social, but today's dissing, today's beef, rap battle, whatever you want to call it, is is so unbrotherly and evil, man.
Right.
And these are the type of disses that have caused deaths. You know what I'm saying? And it calls to mind a lot of these Chicago rappers. And I'm not just going to go at Chicago rappers because it's all over the place.
Right.
It's not just Chicago. It's in all of the cities. It's in LA. It's in New York. It's in Dallas, Houston. You know what I'm saying? It's in New Orleans. It's in Atlanta. You know, it's in Miami. It's all over the place, even in the UK. Like rap, this violence that comes from rap beefs is destroying our people. You know what I'm saying? And it's because they missing the Bible. They don't have the Bible to tell them or give them a good understanding of what not to do. Like the Bible is a black man's guideline on how to live.
Right.
Like the Bible tells you how you are to conduct yourself.
Right.
You understand? But in the rap industry, in the hip hop industry, it teaches you how to be to show malice towards your brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To show hatred, to humiliate your brother.
Yeah.
You know, and it calls to my mind this specific situation. I'll just call out one right now for an example. You got Chris Brown and Quavo, right? And you know, two very talented artists, right? Two very talented artists. You got some information on them? Just like a little excerpt or something from TMZ about what's going on with them specifically. Yeah, let's see what you got with that.
All right, this is a direct article from the Direct. Why are Chris Brown and Quavo beefing?
It says, why are Chris Brown and Quavo beefing? What are they beefing? Let's hear what it says they're beefing for, and I'm gonna tell you why they're really beefing. Go ahead.
Chris Brown and Migos rapper Quavo have been at odds for several years and recently saw some fresh developments in the music scene. The beef between the rap sensations, Chris Brown and Quavo, a member of the Migos, has become a hot topic once again after the former dropped his Weakest Link diss track on April the 20th, 2024.
So for all of y'all that might have not heard, this is some ongoing beef that these two brothers have had for about, 7 years? They've been going at it for 7 years, and I'm pretty sure it's going to get into where it stemmed from. I really don't give a damn where it stemmed from. Right. 7 years beefing with a brother is just absolutely, it's effing ridiculous, man. You know what I'm saying? But these brothers are beefing, right? And so because of this beefing, something else triggered them to start beefing again, right? Currently. I'm guessing that for a short period of time, there wasn't really nothing going on with them. But then something triggered them, and then next thing you know, Chris Brown is making a diss song. Quavo is making a diss song, right? And I know some of y'all went back and listened to the Chris Brown diss and was like, oh, snap. You know, Breezy did this or Breezy did, okay. And then you listen to the Quavo joint and some of y'all liked it and some of y'all said it was weak or whatever. Well, go ahead and read.
Okay. Where did the Chris Brown Quavo beef start? Chris Brown dated American socialite actress Karrueche Tran from November 2010 to March 2015.
So already what I'm gathering from this is that this is over a woman. I mean, this is definitely over a woman. Go ahead.
Okay. Including a break in the middle. During that time, the singer rekindled his relationship with pop sensation Rihanna. Quavo and Karrueche have since been pictured together many times over the years, with rumors the two were dating going far as back as 2017. TMZ stated in April 2017 that the pair had been on multiple dates after starting out just as friends. According to the later article from TMZ, Chris Brown felt betrayed that Quavo had started seeing his ex-girlfriend, as the pair had both a business and personal relationship.
Listen, this right here is so disgusting in so many damn ways.
Right.
It's so disgusting in so many ways. Because what I'm gathering from this is that this not only is over a woman, so like I get that from you. Not only this is over a goddamn woman, you understand, but this is a beef that's been brewing over a woman for so much time. You know what I'm saying? And these brothers don't have the understanding that we have in the truth,
right,
which is to forgive our brothers, man. But at the same time, this is a matter of what sounds like adultery, but it also sounds like a woman getting thrown away.
right.
Because of course, if he's calling this woman his ex and she threw him away, and then this man picks this woman up, then what is the beef really about?
Right.
What the hell are they really beefing about? You understand?
Right.
It's a like it. You know, in the hypocrisy in this industry is that these rappers, these are Christians.
Right.
These are rappers who walk around with these big old crosses on their neck. You know what I'm saying? And when they get ready to make their speech, you know, after they win their reward, the first thing they say is, first off, giving honor to God. These, you know what I'm saying? Like, these be brothers who swear up and down they love God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they hate their brothers so much, man.
Right.
So much that they are willing to write a diss track to humiliate each other, to do what I believe is a feminine move.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is to try to out each other's, what do women call it today? Spilling the tea. I think that's like some of the most, I don't even like that phrase. I just kind of want to wash my mouth out from saying that. Spilling the tea sounds so feminine.
Right, yeah.
And brothers in that industry do that. Go ahead, you about to say something?
It's like that. Direct precept of what you said.
Yeah.
If I could.
Is that which one you about to pull? Is it 1 John?
I think.
No, you got it. Go ahead and get it.
4:20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and read it for me. I'm gonna go ahead and get it.
All right, come on. This is 1 John 4:20. If a man say, I love God, and hated his brother.
Yeah, Chris Brown and Quavo, they love God. So they say. You understand?
Right.
You know, Drake loved God. You know what I'm saying? So he says. Rick Ross, man, God knows he always talking about God.
Right.
So he says, these are men who claim that they love God. Read on.
It's like, if a man say, I love God, and hated his brother, he is a liar.
These men are liars, man. These men are liars. These men are liars. How do I know? Go listen to those diss tracks. Listen to how evil those diss tracks are. Listen to the things that they say about each other, the dishonor in the things that they say about each other. That's not how you deal with a brother. We got a method. We're gonna get into that later on, but we got a method in how we deal with beef in the Israelite school, universal practical knowledge.
Right.
Beef does not get handled inside of the school with brothers by creating a diss track towards another brother. That's not how we handle any kind of alt or any kind of offense.
Right.
And I better not ever find out that any brother is sneak dissing inside of a song.
Right.
That better not ever happen. I don't have to say that. It goes without saying. Because we don't do that in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Commander General Yohana does not raise weak, effeminate men who cannot go to a brother about an issue alone.
Right.
You understand? But he doesn't make them kind of men. He makes aggressive men. He builds aggressive men who know how to go to a poor brother to the side and say, Salak, I don't like how you did that.
Right.
What Chris Brown should have done is he should have went to Quavo. Whoever offended who, Quavo went to Chris Brown. They should have either got on the phone or he should have pulled him to the side and said, yo, this situation, I don't want it to get out here in the public, but we need to deal with this right now. I don't like how you did this. I don't like how you did that.
Right.
It should have got handled in that way. But unfortunately, that's not how it got handled. And these type of beefs turn into what? Into a nigga shooting. It turns into a brother getting killed. It turns into those type of things because why? It turns into those things because there is no love in the rap industry, in the hip hop industry, in the Christian church. There's no love, man. It's all hatred. You understand? It's all hatred. These brothers could have dealt with that a different way. Go ahead. I read that again from the top.
Okay. If a man say, I love God and hateth his brother, he is a liar.
It's a liar, man. How is it that you can love a brother and how is it that you can love God and hate your brother, man? How in the hell could you look at your brother and begin to hate him and think that you love God? You got any more? Is there any more on that?
Okay. For he who does not love his brother whom he has seen, how can he love God whom he hath not seen?
Yeah, how can any of these niggas love God? They can, and they don't even love each other, man. And this man is right here.
Right.
Quavo could call up Drake. What's that nigga name? Chris Brown anytime.
Right.
And vice versa. And they could handle those matters, in a brotherly way.
Right.
But see, the spirit of that industry is just like, I have to appease the masses of the crowd.
Right. Right.
I need people to see that I ain't no bitch.
Right.
So I got to make sure that first everybody got to hear my rap song. I got to spill the tea and tell them everything about this nigga and, make some threats and say some little harsh things and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's not how we deal with it in Israel, man.
Right.
We got to start holding these rappers accountable that spread that poison in our nation.
Right.
Right? Read on.
Okay.
That was it on that? Kyle, who else is beefing? Give me Drake and Rick Ross. They got what they got going on? And while you doing that, give me you understand? Give me Matthew 18 and 15 so I can show you the proper way of going and dealing with your brother. It's very familiar scriptures. All you brothers and sisters that are new tuning in, our nation has a structure. It has rules that help us to continue loving each other. You know what I'm saying? You cannot. The Christian church is incapable of teaching brothers or sisters how to love each other. They don't have a sense of love. They don't know what love is. You understand? Which is the reason why you can go in that church and get molested. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why your pastor can abuse you in that church, or there's a reason why you can go to Thanksgiving dinner and get molested or raped by one of your family members. You know what I'm saying? Because there is no love in those places. You got that?
Okay. Say that scripture one more time.
But give me Matthew 18 and 16. So like,
but you want to read the article first?
Oh yeah. Let's see. Let's hear that real quick. Let's hear why these two brothers is beefing.
Okay.
Now we found out the other two brothers was beefing over some hoe. Some whore, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Any one of y'all officers can chime in if you want to. That's the one I want. Once again, if you're tuning in, you understand this brotherhood lesson is about rap beefs and how it destroys our community. You understand how this is a bad example. You know, when you have that kind of role or influence on our people, you know, this is the kind of thing that destroys us. I was watching a video of Stevie J, and he was talking about how the allegations about P. Diddy ain't true, and he ain't never, he ain't never heard, that he never saw that stuff that was going on. And he was taking a shot at P. Diddy, at 50 Cent, saying that, 50 Cent is an Uncle Tom, you know what I'm saying, for because he's trying to bring down the community by telling lies about P. Diddy. And one thing I always know is that when these brothers feel a certain way or feel attacked, these same brothers who destroy our community, they like to throw out the word Uncle Tom like they ain't Uncle Toms themselves. Right. You know what I'm saying? And being Uncle Tom is more of an action, man. You know what I'm saying? And when you got brothers who are on a platform where there are millions and millions of viewers and their main audience is our people, a nation of people that are already destroyed, and you're saying or inciting things that are destructive to our people, you know what I'm saying, then that makes you Uncle Tom, because you're destroying our people. But you don't care, you don't give a damn about the livelihood of our people. You only give a damn about yourself. You give a damn about the people that entertain it. You got it?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Drake and Rick Ross beef from Forbes. What to know about the diss tracks, nose job allegations, and BBL Drizzy.
Oh man, it sound petty. Really loud.
Okay. A leaked diss track, which also targeted longtime rival Kendrick Lamar, among others, set off a back and forth between himself and Rick Ross, in which the two rappers have traded bizarre allegations, including the latter accusing Drake of getting a nose job and calling him BBL Drizzy.
Man, you see how childish it is, man? Right. You know, with all of the things that are plaguing the black community, this is what our leaders, the rich of our people, this is what they indulge in. This is what they do. Right. This is what they do. All of the babies, all of the brothers and sisters that could be fed, the poor that could be fed and sheltered, which is what Commanding General Yohana does, give him a hand. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All of that money they have, they could be doing those type of work that Commander General Yana does, but they don't. But they do have time enough to sit on the internet and do shameless things or get involved with dumb beefs with each other. Right. Talking about BBLs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very shameful. Right? Read on.
Okay. Drake took shots at Rick Ross after he reportedly unfollowed him on Instagram, dissing Ross's age and his ability to get a hit song, stating, every song that made it on the chart he got from me.
Oh, man. Go back where you said when he blocked him. Go ahead. Read that.
Drake took shots at Ross after he reportedly unfollowed him on Instagram.
So Rick Ross unfollowed him and then he took shots at him?
Right.
So he took shots at him because he unfollowed him?
Not because, but after he unfollowed. I said, yeah.
Man, listen, this is gay. Like that, whatever, whatever the beef is corny and it's gay and it's weak. And that's why I'm glad we have the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. I'm happy that we have this because this is untolerated in our community. Right. You understand? Brothers want to love each other in here. That's why we exercise Matthew 8. Give me Matthew 18 real quick. That's why we exercise Matthew 18 and 16. Because we love each other. When we have a beef with a brother, we will prefer that we patch it up with each other, which is why we go to that that thing that Christ told us to do.
Right.
But the first thing brothers in the world do is they treat each other like enemies, and they stay enemies forever. You understand why? It's not because it like really, let's chalk it up to what it really is. It ain't about the woman. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about the name calling. They're doing what their father, the devil, wants them to do, man.
Right.
They're doing what the white man wants them to do. You understand? The white man would rather for me to hate you, Asha. You know what I'm saying? The white man would rather for us to beef, not to Zah. They would rather for us to kill each other,
Right.
to sell drugs to each other. That's what they want us to do. They would rather Quavo and Chris Brown get into a heated argument back and forth, and then one of them pops some kind of crazy drug and go and run on one of those brothers and shoot them down or whatever the case is. They want death. They want blood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the nature of Esau. You got that?
Come.
This is what you should do.
Matthew 18:16. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee.
Go up one scripture.
Come. Matthew 18:15.
Mm.
Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee.
For brothers should trespass against thee. This is what Quavo and Chris Brown and Drake and Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole, all of these brothers, they should be tuning in to this, because if you want to help the black community, and I doubt they listen to this, but if they listen to it, if you want to help the black community, at least take this rule right here. At least utilize this piece of information right here. Read it again.
Matthew 18:15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
Between thee and what?
Between thee and him alone.
Between thee and what?
Thee and him alone.
Between thee and him what?
Alone.
Alone. You understand? I shouldn't know why the hell Quavo and Chris Brown are beefing.
Right.
I shouldn't know why Rick Ross and Drake is beefing. Nobody should know anything about who y'all been having sex with, or what woman did what, or who did this and that. Nobody should know that.
Right.
I shouldn't know anything about that, because it says what again? Moreover what?
Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
You tell him your fault between him and thee alone, man. You talk to that brother. You call him up and say, yo, Quavo, I don't like what you said, man. This is what they're supposed to be teaching you brothers that are tuning in, and you sisters that are tuning in. You got to raise your standards. That's why you should be paying attention to Commander General Yana. You should be watching the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, because these rich men, these rich women in our nation, and these so-called leaders, they don't teach this. They don't teach this. You understand?
Right.
Read on.
Okay. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained a brother.
If he shall hear thee, I'm sorry.
Thou hast gained thy brother.
If he shall hear thee, then thou hast gained thy brother, man. Meaning, if he recognized that he did offend you, and he felt like he fucked up, and he repents of it, if he apologized to it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Then at the end of the day, guess what y'all could do? Y'all can make some more rap. Y'all can go ahead and make some more albums together. Do some more features and stuff.
Right.
Quavo and Chris Brown. Y'all could begin to love each other the way y'all did at one point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what could happen. Read on.
Okay. Verse 16. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established.
Let me tell the world something real quick, you brothers and sisters who are tuning in that don't know how we operate in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We have a system here wherein if a brother and another brother, or a sister and another sister, or a sister and a brother, you understand, if they cannot deal with that alt, if one of them don't agree that they're offended, but the other one is still offended,
right,
then the process that we have in here is to take it to council.
That's right.
Because when we take it to council, now it's arbitration. We have a brother who is qualified to deal with that situation.
Right.
We have go ahead.
It's like Hakonaya said, I believe the principalities of this world would like to see something similar to the East Coast and West Coast beef, where fans choosing sides and beef. I mean, where the fans choose sides and beef among each other.
On the grand scheme of things, yes. See, what you got to understand is that that Esau, the so-called white man, can we say that or we get banned on? Can we say the white man?
Yeah, he can. We know.
Okay, the white man orchestrates all of this. Right. Just think this: every evil thing that happens amongst our nation is the white man. You can blame the white man for everything that happens, right, because he's responsible for it. It's no coincidence that the beefing could turn into a whole regional or West Coast, East Coast type beef. Yes, those things, all of that has happened, and yes, the white man is behind all of that. You understand?
Right.
And so, but that's why it's important for the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. It's important for us to get out here and teach our brothers and sisters the truth according to the Bible. You know, aren't you getting tired of mothers crying over losing their sons to gun violence? Aren't you tired of mothers, you know what I'm saying, and crying over losing their daughters to being sluts and whores out in the streets? You know, or fathers losing their children to this type of beef, or children losing their fathers to stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Have you seen young Dolph's family? He has a beautiful wife, beautiful child. That child does not get to see young Dolph anymore over whatever beef that was taking place in Memphis.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or whatever was going on with that. All of these brothers that lose their lives behind these beef, they have children who need them at home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They have wives that need them at home. They have family members that need them. You understand? But they dying behind exchange of words. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 17.
Read 16 again.
Okay. Matthew 18 and 16. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of two or three witnesses every word may be established.
And let me say, let me invite any brother and sister out in the world that needs this kind of thing. You need to come to council to get something dealt with. You are welcome to contact the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge,
right, because
this council is not just for brothers in the school. This is something that all of Israel has access to. You know what I'm saying? You should come to us when you need to square away at all, when you have an issue that needs to be solved. You should, whether you poor or rich. You understand? Cat Williams, another step. I remember what Juliana said. Cat Williams should have brought that here to the UPK, that information that he had, that situation that he had.
Right.
He should have, instead of getting on Shannon Sharp show and spilling his guts about everything that's going on in the industry, he should have brought that to the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, so that he could have gotten some sort of justice for it. You know what I'm saying? But the problem in our nation is that we hate each other, but we hate each other because of our love for our oppressor.
Right.
And we don't realize the more that we love America, we love this place, we're going to hate each other more. Continue on that.
Okay. Verse 17. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church.
You understand? Go ahead.
But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as a heathen man and a publican.
You understand? After a while, the last step is if you not recognizing that you the one that's messed up in this game or in this situation, then we're gonna have to treat you like a publican. We have to treat you like, you're not part of us, like you're a sinner. You understand? We just got to treat you like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we operate in our body. That's why we operate in here. You know what I'm saying? Because we have structure, we have rules, because we would prefer to die for our brothers as opposed to dying by the hand of our brother over some evil nonsense.
Right.
You know, that's what we would prefer to do. You know, brothers would prefer to love each other than to die by each other's hands over some nonsense. We have an obligation to love each other, to take care of each other. You understand? And that's what's so important about brotherhood, and why it would be a good thing for the world to adopt this teaching that Christ taught us in the Bible.
Right.
You understand? Let's get to let me get 1 John 3:15 real quick.
Okay.
Anybody else want to chime in a little bit? No sweat. I'll keep it rolling. Anybody have any questions or anything about this topic on the internet?
It's like I actually do got a comment, but
Let's hear them. Let's get some of the comments and questions real quick. Then we'll continue on.
okay, you just got people checking it.
Yeah, if you ain't got no questions, you just got a comment, you can still put in your comment and we'll read your comment or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
So he said for John.
Yeah, 3 and 15.
If I could, I don't want. Wait, with this whole beef thing,
Mm-hmm.
you can see how it just all happened at once. It's like a wave that just happened. Like as soon as I guess I was like maybe like Kanye and Drake started going at it,
Mm-hmm.
and out of nowhere you see the beat maker, Metro Boomin, then Drake, and then everybody else is just doing different beats with. It just went like a wave. It was like, oh, they doing it, so I will go ahead and do it. And the industry is just eating this up.
Right.
And everybody's watching and thinking this is the example of how to handle everything.
Right. Now, get me right. You know what I'm saying on this, because I could be wrong, but get me right. But back in the 90s, when the West Coast was beefing with the East Coast, this was a time period where a lot of brothers lost their lives behind that. I mean, I'm not talking about the brothers we know in the industry.
Right.
I'm talking about the brothers on the streets, the poor brothers that were following under that West Coast, East Coast bullshit, man. A lot of brothers died, you know, trying to protect that, trying to uphold that I'm a blood or I'm a Crip from the East Coast or I'm a Crip from the West Coast. Go ahead.
It's heavy as you're saying that, because even modern day, if anybody was up to date in Clubhouse when it was really jumping, you know, Wack 100 even had an issue with Captain Katazak because he said Tupac was trash. And so he went in the whole West Side, you know, rave and Tupac this and who the hell is this in New York. And, you know, it's still going on nowadays, even with old people.
Yeah, like, yeah, you're right. Get that brother in. You're right. To this day, and that ain't nothing but that evil ass Lucifer, but ain't nothing but the so-called white man. You understand that put that curse in our community, where now we beefing over people who have contributed nothing but violence to our society. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate that those brothers are dead. Tupac, Biggie, you know, any other brother who has died over time doing these type of things or whatever. It's unfortunate, but these brothers have caused a lot of chaos in our community. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of brothers and sisters have died behind this type of beefs.
Right.
A lot of children's fathers and mothers have died behind that. So a lot of children themselves have died behind that. You know what I'm saying? When are we as a community, when are we as a people are going to decide that enough is enough? And then once you decide that enough is enough, you come in here and you get an Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. You come here so we can teach you how to have safer neighborhoods. You can't have safer neighborhoods with the Christian church. Christian church doesn't understand how to keep Black people safe in the neighborhoods. They can't even keep shooters out of their damn churches. You understand? Go ahead.
Okay, this is John 3:16.
Is it 16 or 15? Let me hear it.
I can read 15. For God so that's a little.
1 John 3 and 15.
1 John 3:15. For whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer.
If you hate your brother, you a murderer. You understand? You are a murderer. And nothing comes good from hating your brother, man, because what you're doing is you're teaching other brothers to hate each other. You know, the examples that these brothers set forth in this industry has now gotten these young brothers out here thinking that every little reason is the right reason to go kill a nigga. Every little reason is the right reason to go kill a nigga. Oh, the nigga stepped on my shoe, I gotta kill that nigga. Or the nigga popped one of my females that I dated 4 years ago, I gotta go kill that nigga. Like, you know, whatever the case is, even over drugs, man, over territory, over whatever it is, it's still the same. Oh, this nigga said something about this. Now it's social media beefs. Oh, this nigga tweeted something about me. Oh, this nigga said something subliminal on the internet. Oh, this nigga, I caught this nigga lacking. Now they can go and trace you down while you on live. You on live and you slipping or whatever, they pull up on you and shoot you right in the head on live. Like it's becoming a dangerous place because of the fact that our people don't know how to get their beefs dealt with or their alts dealt with, their offenses dealt with. They go without being dealt with until somebody dies. It's not like way back in the day where and I want to say like in the 40s. I don't know if y'all have ever watched the old gangster, some of like the depictions of the old gangster movies like about Bumpy Johnson back in New York and how they used to squash beefs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It ain't one of those things like that no more. It's more or less like, I have to kill you now, nigga. Like, I'm going to have to kill you. Like, you offended me, I have to kill you. It ain't no, let's talk about it. Let's figure this out. Let's figure out how we can solve this situation. Right. Even on that level, which is still better than nothing. You know what I'm saying? But of course, the Bible requires something a lot more aggressive and more honorable, which is just go to that brother. How many lives we can save if a brother could just think in his mind to just go to that brother and be like, yo, I'm offended. Right. You know, I'm just saying this is what it is. Or a brother is just saying, yo, I'm sorry, I apologize. I came off of you wrong. I shouldn't have did that. You know what I'm saying? It would just be a lot. It just would be a lot safer. Right. Go ahead.
Okay. And ye know that no murderer have eternal life abiding in him.
You can't listen. You can't hate your brother because hating your brother is the equivalent of you being a murderer, and that's just that, man. Right. Read on.
Okay. Verse 16. Hereby perceive we the love of God, because he laid down his life for us.
Read that again.
Hereby perceive we the love of God, because he laid down his life for us.
Yeah, he laid down his life for us. So we got to lay down our lives for each other too, man. Right. But how are we going to lay down our lives for each other if we're taking each other's lives? Right. Can't take. That's not what the Most High wants us to do. They don't want us to take each other's lives. He wants us to lay down our lives for each other, because the Lord is pro-life. Believe it if you don't believe it, it's true. The Lord is pro-life. The Lord ain't about people dying. He would rather that not to happen. You understand? But unfortunately, it happens because we have lost sight of what the Most High has wanted from us. You understand? We have lost sight as a nation. Now we've become a nation who follows the evil injustices of our enemies, who is a murderer and has been a murderer since the beginning. Look at Esau right now. Esau is killing all over the damn place. Esau is pulling out the big guns and setting up warships and countering attacks in different countries right now. He is a war machine. Matter of fact, that's what they call America's military, the war machine. You understand? Right. Like, it's like Like, he's the biggest murderer on this earth. And where do you think you get it from? We're not a nation of murderers. The Lord didn't create us to be murderers. He didn't create us to hate each other either. You understand? Give me that scripture that says a nation divided.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't create us to murder each other. We need to stand with each other. That's how we come out of poverty. That's how we come out of sickness. That's how we come out of death and destruction. You understand? We come out of these things, you know what I'm saying, by following the Lord's law, statutes, and commandments, by being obedient to God.
Right.
But how do we be obedient to God? We love one another. You know, we love each other as the same as we love ourselves. Get that scripture for me too. You got that one that I already asked for?
Come.
Go ahead.
Matthew 12:25.
Mm-hmm.
And Jesus know that, and Yahushua knew their thoughts, and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand.
And that's what happened to us. We are divided against each other. We're divided against each other. And the only thing we're gonna be able to bring this house back together, these 12 tribes together, is we're going to have to stop standing against each other.
Right.
We're gonna have to stop fighting against each other. We're gonna have to come together on as one, under one understanding. You know, to hell with the rap beefs, to hell with whatever you got going on and whatever fault or faults you have with another brother. It's time to forgive those things and start fighting on the side of the Lord. That way we can see our sisters and brothers off of crack.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That way we can see our brothers and sisters get free from them prison systems.
Right.
Because once we get them prison systems free, man, well, we get our brothers and sisters up out of there, we're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. Go ahead and read.
You want to read that over again, sir?
Is there any more on that, or is that it?
Verse 26.
Good.
Matthew 12:26.
Mm-hmm.
And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself.
Mm-hmm.
How shall then his kingdom stand?
Give me Matthew 5:22. You know what I'm saying? So what are we learning so far? What we're learning right now is this is how we're supposed to deal with situations. We're not supposed to deal with situations until one brother decides that now he's gonna go get one of his hitmen and his other hitter, and they're gonna go out there and start shooting and killing until one of them gets killed. It's not how that's supposed to work, man. That's not how we deal with those situations. Y'all being misled by these rappers, and you love their lifestyle and their glamour and their fortune so bad that you're missing the fact that it's destroying you. It's destroying your child. It's destroying your family. These are men that are rich. They're sick. These are sick men. These are sick women. You look at Beyonce and them and Jay-Z and them, you look at them like these are just some very intelligent, you know, good off people, you know, well off people. They're really sick. They are so involved and entangled in that money that all of the integrity and their dignity is out. There's no integrity and dignity. They don't give a damn whether the black community lives or thrives or dies. They don't care about that. The only thing they care about is what makes them happy, which is that money. Right? Read on.
Okay. Matthew 5:22.
Mm-hmm.
But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment.
You understand? What does that mean, being angry without a cause? Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's like, if I could, sir.
Go ahead.
Like, for example, stepping on your brother's new pair of Jordans on an accident. That's not a cause. That's not a good cause.
It's idiotic. It's like I've been here, for 30 something years, man, and like I don't know how many times I've seen brothers get to fighting over some scuffed Jordans, and I always thought to myself, why the hell he just don't clean them off? Why the hell he just go, why the hell he just go buy some more?
Right.
It's not a sign of just like I can see if somebody walk up to you and just like just for no reason.
Right.
But I mean, if a brother's walk by, I literally saw this one time because when I was in middle school, I ain't gonna call his brother name out because I don't know where he at in this world. They could be listening right now. But I remember this one brother, man. Me and him, we used to stay at each other's throat because I was different and he was different, and we just was always bumping heads. But I remember one day, some young Issacharite, I was some Issacharite brother. This is back in middle school. I was living in Texas then. Some Issacharite brother walked by, and I don't know if y'all remember when Kobe had them space looking shoes out back in the day. Y'all remember them joints?
Yeah.
Yeah, them shits was ugly as hell, man. Salaki. But Kobe had them space joints. He had a brand new pair of them Kobe joints. And I remember this one Issacharite brother walked past him and accidentally scuffed the side of his shoe. And this brother went off. I mean, he pushed the Issacharite down and went and just jumped on and started hitting him. And yelled him like, "You messed up my shoes." You know how Judah is. "You fucked up my shoes, nigga. You messed up my shoes," just big and bad or whatever. And every day and the only thing I can think in my mind is it's just a pair of shoes. You know what I'm saying? And that's literally how deep the hatred is that runs in our spirit. We've been taught that to hate each other over the most vain things. You know what I'm saying? And so that scripture is so true. Read it one more time.
Okay. But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment.
Yeah, you think I'm joking, man. Like, I bet you I could find somewhere. Like, find me a video. Just find me a video right now, guys, of two brothers that have gotten to fighting over either a girl or some shoes. Go ahead.
It's crazy that you just said that NBA YoungBoy got a beef with Finesse right now over a little like on Instagram.
Over a like?
A like on one of his baby mamas.
See, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see how it's terrible. It's terrible. Go ahead.
If I could, YoungBoy was beefing with King Von over a female.
Over a woman. Man, come on, man. And these be women who done sloppy toppied everybody in the damn neighborhood. They thinking that this woman. Let me ask you a question. Is that the girl Yaya? What's her name? Was it her? Floyd Mayweather's daughter? These be women who done sloppy toppied the whole neighborhood that these brothers be fighting over. It be a known whore that everybody knows is a hoe, but they willing to hate each other or shoot each other, fight it out over some woman who ain't worth a damn. You know what I'm saying? You got it out? Yeah, just find me. Yeah, find me any video. We're gonna find some videos. Just find me any video of two brothers. You know what to look for. You just try to kill each other, throwing hands out there in the middle of the parking lot over some female, over some shoes, over something. Real clear, just in case don't nobody know about understand this in the school. We don't fight it out in the school. We don't fight it out. Brothers don't get up with each other and decide they're gonna catch the fade. No, you don't catch the fade up here. You're gonna catch getting your ass kicked out of here if you try to catch the fade up in here. We don't catch the fade in here, okay? The only fade you gonna catch is being on that phone with General Hyman getting counsel, or sitting in trespass counsel getting that dealt with. But there is no we gonna take a brother out back and let brothers fight it out until they finish. That ain't how we operate in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Right. We're not cats and dogs. We don't fight out our issues, by throwing hands. Save your hands for defense. You know what I'm saying? Sharpen your skills, your fighting skills for defense, not because you want to sock a brother in the mouth because he said something sideways to you. Like, that's not how we get down in the truth, brother. Sister, shalom, Lord of Christ, all right. That glorious garment coming in, all of these young priests coming in, looking glorious. Yeah, just find me a video. We don't fight. We don't do that. We don't throw hands over no garbage like that, man. That's what the niggas in the world do, right? That's what brothers and sisters in the world do. And you brothers and sisters in the world, we're gonna teach you not to do that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna teach you not to be like that. Why? Because we love you. And we would rather you not be fighting over the minuscule things that you fight over. We was once there. You think I ain't never fought somebody over something minuscule? You crazy out of your mind. That's why I'm glad I'm up on the Commander Junior Honor. Because if I didn't have Commander Junior Honor in my life, I'd be out there doing the same thing still. You understand? You got something? Because is gonna show y'all a video of some brothers and some sisters or some sister scrapping over something that's just absolutely stupid.
I guess this dude kind of in a way reacting to it.
Man, what, nigga? You know the fuck shit, nigga? Call that shit down, bro.
What you playing? You fighting for
Jordans.
over some Jordans? He found the video. I was trying to really prove a point that you can find a video on the fucking. It's like in my language. You can find a video on the internet of brothers fighting over Jordans. Right. Like you play it out. It's like we just hear what they're doing. That's how bad this is in our community. Y'all just don't understand.
Yell again, bro. Yell again. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
He knocked his brother out over Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
You straight? Oh shit. Well, he knocked him, bro. Oh shit.
Bro, you good? Bro, you not good, bro.
This is the.
You know what I'm saying? Like that is just evil. Like that's just horrifically evil. You know what I'm saying? That these brothers, like, find me something else. These brothers killed. This brother knocked this brother slam cold out over what? Over some Jordans, man. Over some shoes. Don't be mad at us because we got structure up in here. Right. Brothers ain't gonna knock each other out over no shoes. If anything, a brother gonna walk up to a brother and say, "Salak, sir, if you don't mind if I could polish your boots for you, right. I polish." We take care of each other in here. I don't want to see my brother walking around here with a big old swollen eye. Why would I do that to him? Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be walking around here with a big
New Air Jordans releases.
Not over no stupidity. If I get a swollen eye, it's gonna be because I'm fighting to defend my brothers, man. Not because me and my brother have an alt over some damn shoes. And that's just as minuscule as
the quest
these little
for some pricey limited edition footwear.
Dash to get inside Stonecrest Mall and
police keeping up what's going on between Quavo and Chris Brown and some whore that's in the middle of that situation, and NBA YoungBoy and whoever else.
Thank you for watching another
whore that they dealing with, Kodak Black and Kendrick Lamar and all of them, and some whore that they dealing with, Rick Ross and Drake, and some whore that they dealing with. You know, those things, that is not good for the community at all, for black Hispanic and Native Indians. Right. That's why I trust Commander General Yohana's work. I trust what Commander General Yohana works for once for all. Yohana gets in between situations like that and he fixes it. Right, he reestablishes brotherhood. If there was an issue with me and Shaw, or me and Aisha, or an issue with me and Natsuzawa or Kaz, we have an issue. Commander Juliana is going to make sure that this issue doesn't turn into us hating each other. Right. We're going to love each other. At the end of the day, we're going to have a drink with each other, and we're going to go out there and we're going to blaze with each other still. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Give me some more of that. What's this situation?
somewhat of a shoot situation, but it's two sisters fighting in a Foot Locker.
Two sisters fighting in the Foot Locker. What they fighting over? The last pair of Jordan what's? The last pair of what? You know, what the size? What are they fighting over?
Can I record this, son?
I'm drunk and pregnant. Ass.
Oh man. And you know, sometimes them fights with them sisters be so much more vile. Like a lot of times you get a brother get into a fight, you know, somebody get knocked out cold, fight over it. Sister want to punch. The sister don't just want to fight the broad. She want to kill the baby that she's pregnant with too. You know what I'm saying? That's just horrifying. Yeah, I take some of that. Damn right. Water. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and play it.
Okay.
This is what rap beats right here is doing for y'all. Oh, you hear them babies in the background? That's what pisses me off. Listen to them babies back in the background screaming. The water, I appreciate it. Them babies back there in the background screaming. It always hurt my heart to see something like that going on. Them babies got to sit there and see that. They don't know what the hell is happening. They watch their mama get thrown all over the damn place, beat up and battered. You know what I'm saying? I can only imagine how much hell their mind is going through seeing that. You know what I'm saying? And all of this is because of that culture of beefing and dissing each other and not handling these things alone in private and getting it solved. Go ahead and play it.
Okay.
Oh! My God, this nigga yup. Follow me on Twitter. Let my baby mama go home. They tripping.
That's enough on that. That's enough on that.
And then Swaggy, just now, you can hear the person recording telling them to follow me on Twitter. They go that social media shit again.
See, and that, see how evil that is for the clout, man. You know, and you know, how Hakonaya said something, you know, earlier about, you know, this being all part of a grand, you know, scheme to divide brothers and sisters. You know, I believe that, but also at the same time, you know, these brothers is looking for some sort of clout. You know, these brothers is looking for some kind of praise from the community. It drives their numbers up. Everybody knows that nowadays in the industry, to make money, you got to be able to drive them numbers up on social media.
Right.
That's how you make your money nowadays. So they're gonna put every single last little funky beef that they have with each other on the internet, and they're rich at the end of the day. At the end of the day, they go jump inside of they Bugattis and they Lamborghinis and they Lamb trucks or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And go to all of the fancy restaurants and live in their lavish lifestyle houses or their mansions and stuff.
Right.
They good, but you're behind. You just so in love with that with the industry and so indulged in these beefs. But what do you have? You don't have nothing. You don't have anything to show. You're poor. And what you're going to do is that same spirit of all that beefing that they doing, you're going to be doing it with some other poor person in your same neighborhood. Y'all going to be hurting and harming each other. And that's what's happening here. This is all the result of that same hatred
right.
that has been bestowed on us by our enemy. You know what I'm saying? Give me Give me Mark 12 and 31. Mark 12 and 31. Any comments, anything? Questions? Who in the chat?
We got Officer Hakunaya.
Shout out to Officer Hakunaya for tuning in the class. Give him a hand. Yep. Who else is in there?
Yeah. Officer Lakamawan.
Officer Lakamawan, give him a hand. Mighty priest out there in Sumter, South Carolina.
We got Officer Shabar as a Kwaya checking in from Philly.
Officer Shabar out of Philly, give him a hand. Mighty brother out there in Philly camp. Go ahead.
Trooper Arwar Palad from the Bay Area.
Trooper Arwar from the Bay Area, all the way from Cali. Damn right.
We got Sister Crystal, River Officer Amawad checking in.
Sister Crystal, give her a hand. Mighty warrior up there in over here in what is it, Sherrod, South Carolina. Damn right.
We got Sister Yaila checking in.
Sister Yaila, an excellent sister, a good example of a one West princess in this truth, man.
Right. And we got one more. We got Sister Raya, the River Officer Ashayala checking in.
Sister Rayana, am I saying it right? Rayana? Sister
Right.
Raya? Sister Raya, give her a hand. Princess of Aisha, wonderful officer here in the South Carolina camp. They just moved down here from Oklahoma, man. Give them a hand for that, man. She followed her husband 20,000 miles down to South Carolina. from the desert, from the middle of nowhere, from where Courage the Cowardly Dog live at.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay. Mark 12.
What did I say, 13?
This is Mark 12 and 13. And they sinned.
But there was no comments or anything? Any
no.
Comments and questions? Okay, kind of no sweat. Mark 12 and 31, so like it.
Okay, let's switch one. It's Mark 12 and 31.
Mm-hmm.
And the second is like, namely this.
And the second is like, namely this. Go ahead. Or go to the verse above that.
Mm-hmm. Mark 12 and 30.
Mm-hmm.
And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart.
You're going to love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, man. Read on.
And with all thy soul.
And with all thy soul. You know what I'm saying? What does that mean? Meaning, you know what I'm saying? You put in a strong effort to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Right. You do it with all your heart and your soul. You don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You know what I'm saying? For Feast on Unleavened Bread, guess what we doing? We not eating anything with leaven in it.
Right.
We doing something that you can't do outside of this truth. You ain't strong enough to do it. You don't have the girth or the fortitude to be able to do it, to not eat something that has leaven in it. As you've been raised to be greedy and do whatever the hell you want. Well, in here in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we suffer when the Lord tells us to suffer, man. So we go without if we have to go without. Right? Go ahead.
And with all thy mind and with all thy strength.
And with all thy mind and all thy strength. You want to put your entire strength into this work, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to put your entire mind and all your strength into serving the Most High. You know what I'm saying? That's why you new brothers that come into the school, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry so much about ranking and getting status. Come in here and clean up this school with all your goddamn might, man. Be in these classes all the time. You know what I'm saying? Follow the orders of the men above you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you want to operate. Do that with all your strength. Do that with all your might, man. You understand? While also practicing the law, statutes, and commandments. Right? Getting counsel. Read on.
Okay. This is the first commandment. 31. And the second is like, namely this. thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Here's the other thing you got to remember when you come into the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge is to do what?
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Love thy neighbor as thyself. And when you come into this truth, you're going to learn to love each other in here, man. You understand? As you love yourself. The things that you wouldn't want done to you, you shouldn't do that to other brothers.
Right.
You wouldn't want nobody to steal from you, so you wouldn't steal from your brother or your sister. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't want nobody to rape you, so you wouldn't rape your brother or your sister or rob your brother or your sister. Those are things you wouldn't want done to you. You should never do that to anybody else. You know what I'm saying? To any one of your brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? You ought to love your brothers and your sisters. Something that the industry, the rap industry does not understand. Something that our religious leaders do not understand. Something they don't know about. You understand? Read that again, Salaki, from the top.
Okay. And the second is like, namely this,
Mm-hmm.
thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Mm-hmm. You more?
There is none other commandment greater than these.
There is no other commandment greater than these, man. The Lord, the foundation of brother. Listen, the Bible is the foundation of brotherhood. Everything that you read about inside of this Bible, inside of the 1611 King James Version Bible, it stands on brotherhood. That's what the Most High established from the time that He created the heavens and the earth. You understand? Like all the way up into the time of Christ, you know, of dying. You know what I'm saying? Like the foundation of this truth is brotherhood. The Lord wants us to love each other. We can't have a nation without it.
Yeah.
We can't have a nation if the only thing that we have to live off of is some dumb rappers beefing over some whore or beefing over some drugs or beefing over a music deal or something that's going wrong. We got brothers now in the truth, and this is why I love Commander Juliana, because Commander Juliana is so brotherly that he's trying to save the culture of rap by introducing brothers like we have this wonderful brother right here, Shar, you know what I'm saying, who's an excellent rapper. Give him a hand. You understand? Who is representing rap in the way that it should be represented. Captain Akkad, Captain Katza, you know, Officer Dawada, and certain other brothers inside of the UPK who uses rap in a way to fish brothers and sisters into the truth.
Right.
You understand? Which is the right way to do it. You know what I'm saying? These brothers ain't out here having sex with whores. These brothers ain't out here promoting smoking weed or 420, whatever the case is. I wonder how many of y'all went out there and celebrated 420. Probably a lot of y'all went out there and celebrated 420. Why? Because you're rapping pastors or rapping your favorite rappers do it. You know what I'm saying? Your favorite rappers, they go out there and they celebrate 420. You go out there and celebrate 420. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But these brothers in the ISCPK, they are the examples that the Lord wants on this earth. They don't want you sleeping with whores. You got brothers out here that rap about not treating women like whores. That rap about the struggle and the pain of an Israelite, but also following the Lord, the law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we need in this community. You know what I'm saying? So we got to do what? Read that again.
Okay. And the second is like, namely this,
Mm-hmm.
thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Mm-hmm.
There is none commandment. There's none other commandment greater than these.
Mm-hmm.
That was it on that.
That was it on that one.
Okay.
You understand? Do the second one. We need John 13 and 34 then. Any questions, any comments? Anybody want to chime in a little bit on it?
How can I say something early? Said all they're doing is causing confusion
Damn right.
and division for those who don't have true brotherhood. You talk about the beef and all that stuff going on in the
That's right.
industry.
Like brothers, like you can't learn from people, brothers and sisters in the industry. You can't learn how to love a brother because of beefs like that.
Right.
Like, how can I learn from Rick Ross or learn from Drake or any of them? How can I learn how to forgive a brother if all I see is them going at each other to the point where somebody gets hurt?
Right.
Even if they don't get hurt physically, somebody loses money or somebody gets exposed for, and embarrassed or humiliated. It has to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? That's not how we deal with each other.
Right.
At the end of the day, if I have an alt with a brother here in the school and something shameful happened in that situation, I would much rather it not come out for the world to see.
Right.
I don't desire for a brother to be embarrassed or shamed.
Right.
I don't desire that. You know what I'm saying? But that's in the rap community, in brothers in the world, that's how they deal with each other. And you only deal with each other that way because you were taught by the white man. That's how the white man deals with alts. Look in the political realm right now. How do they win these political wars? How does the president win, or how does the nominee or the what do they call them before they become the president? What do they call them before they run it for president? The candidates, right? You know what I'm saying? What was I lost my train of thought. As far as the candidates, you understand what do they do in order to get them to lose their political bid? What do they do? Go ahead.
You got one candidate that lie and say how much better they can do this, and the other one's lying about helping that, and just lying.
Yeah, but what else? What else do they put out about them? They call it's a P word. Go ahead.
I would say they dissing the other guy to the T.
That's true. You know the word I'm talking about?
Propaganda.
Propaganda. Basically what he said. And it's just so many other words. They put out propaganda against each other.
Right.
That's how they do it. It's like a beef. It's like, okay, I don't want you to win. So because I don't want you to win, I'm going to tell the world how you had sex with a man. I'm going to tell the world how you slept with this prostitute right here. You know what I'm saying? Like this is you have learned how to go to war with each other in a senseless war and to hate each other and using humiliating things in the social media and in this world, you know what I'm saying, to get at a brother and sister and destroy them, whether it be destroy them spiritually or destroy their life physically.
Right.
Go ahead and read.
Okay.
They just gonna let this be my last scripture. Go ahead.
You said John 13.
What did I tell you? 13 and 34.
It's John 13. It's John 13 and 34. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. Verse 35.
Mm-hmm.
By this all men know that ye are my disciples.
This is how the Lord knows that you're his disciples in his truth. You understand? Is that you love your brother. You understand? If you don't love your brother, you're not a follower of the Most High.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not willing to squash that beef that you have with that brother, that senseless beef. I'm not saying all beefs are senseless. There are going to be some situations you might run into that is a serious situation. A brother might have done you something terrible, done a terrible deed towards you, but you still apply the same pressure. You still apply the same rules to the situation. You go to that brother, him alone. Y'all work out something.
Right.
If it don't work out, you take it to counsel. You get somebody involved with that situation. Us brothers here in the truth, and all you brothers that are watching, we got to be an example to the brothers and sisters out in the world because they don't have the proper examples. You understand? Bishop T.D. Jakes, he can't teach you anything. Only thing he can teach you is how to swallow. That's what he can teach you. Jamal Bryant can teach you how to do whatever Jamal Bryant does, but he can't teach you how to love. You know what I'm saying? Todd Tribbett can teach you whatever Todd Tribbett want to teach you, but he can't teach you how to love each other.
Right.
They don't know how to. You understand? I'm going to get one more scripture. Go ahead, Art.
It's like Hapanayah says he celebrated 420, but it was the 55th annual Passover.
Man, get out of here. Damn right. Get out of here. Go ahead and smoke weed on the Lord's. Come on, man. That's crazy, man. Give me let's get 1 John 5:3. Let's just close it out with what love is,
Right.
according to the Bible, right?
This is 1 John 5:3. For this is the love of God.
For this is the word of God.
For this is the love of God.
This scripture defines love right here. This is the definition of what love is of the Most High. Read.
That we keep his commandments.
That we keep his what?
That we keep his commandments.
That we keep his what?
Commandments.
That we keep his commandments. You know, thou shalt not kill, or thou shalt not murder, which is what that translates to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not, thou shalt not offend each other's. Like all of the laws and the statutes and commandments that we were given, we have to stand on those. We have to operate in that. You understand? That's how we love the Most High, because that's the love of the Most High.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead.
And his commandments are not grievous.
It's not hard to do. Ain't nothing hard about just you know what I'm saying, about treating your brother right. And if you get offended by your brother, taking them and talking to him, pulling them to the side, ain't nothing hard about that.
Right.
It just takes effort. You're just somebody who don't want to do it. You're just an evil bastard, man. You're just somebody who just hateful. If you can't go to a brother and talk to him, you just want to hate him. Either that or you're just an absolute coward.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Those brothers are cowards. Them brothers that sit on the internet and go back and forth with each other, tweeting or writing diss tracks. Why can't I just say what I want to say to you to your face? You know what I'm saying? Why like that's how we should operate with each other. Like, you're just so masculine to me. I just think it's a man's place that if I'm mad at Shar, hey Shar, let me holler at you for a second, man. Yo, I'll be right back. I'm gonna holler at Shar real quick. We go around the corner. We ain't even about to go around the corner and do what an average Jake is gonna do out in the world. Average Jake gonna be going out there trying to squabble. We not gonna do that. We're gonna get out here. We're gonna talk man to man. Yo, Shar, I don't like how you said that to me, dog. I don't get that. Like, what the fuck did I do to you? Blah 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 blah. You know, and it's either gonna come to the conclusion of, you know what, Slocky, I don't want to use right. I fucked up. Or it's gonna be, you know what, I believe I was in my right to do what I did. All right, no sweat out. Since we can't agree, we just take this to counsel. Because we love each other enough, even when we're angry at each other at that point, we love each other enough to say, instead of kill each other right there at that moment, instead of shoot at each other and fight right at that moment, we love each other enough to say, all right, we just take it to counsel. Right. Because we want it to be fixed.
Right.
We want it to be fixed, not brothers and sisters in the world, not the rap industry. They want y'all to be entertained by that loser mentality of wanting to, wanting to beef over some whore or whatever the case is. So we're going to change that. We're going to change that with Commander Giuliani's work and with the work of Christ. With that being said, I'm going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer Shaw.
We could get a priest and private round of applause. Got to knock us out. On that Brotherhood class today. We're going to read the security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or a sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. That to be saluted only. They had to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to marry. So to speak to that brother says there's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and the sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Do you read about that in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, or the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means a tenth in Hebrew, ma'ashra, a tenth of every penny or of any increase that the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or the teacher. Priest fund as a free will offering. Free will offering for a priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. And right now we are in the Feast of Unleavened Bread. We're still in the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the 15th day of the first month for 7 days. So that was Sunday, April 21st until Sunday, April 28th, 2024, sundown. You can read about that in Exodus chapter 12, verse 17 through 20, and Leviticus chapter 23, verse 6 through 8. We can also remind Akim and Akwatian to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school to start wearing all black, that means boots, shirt, pants, and headband or scarf. And with that, shalom.